How's it going, everybody? Uh, hey, Donald and John and Geezer. Hi, Geezer. Did you get your happy birthday greeting earlier today? Hi, True Junior. Oh, well, everyone, it's Geezer's birthday. And Geezer is the Jack Benny age, which is 39. Is the sound okay and the movement and everything? The video all right? We're sort of thinking about having a thunderstorm. Hi, Mark. Hi, Blaine. Um, so checking everything out. Everything okay? Another Taurus. Okay. Sound good. All good. Great. Okay. Good. Um, Let me tell you what I was thinking about today. Hi, Stefan. Um, it, I Hi, Mr. Gumby and Dominic and Bruce and Junior. Welcome. Okay. Today, I was thinking about the one that we had. Hi, John. Finally, John. John finally made it. Hey, GMT Master. A GMT Master. That's an Omega, right? I'm really not too familiar with a lot of those watches. Giving GMT Master a hard time. Okay. Um, well, hey, Williams watches. The okie doke. Everybody, this is sort of a daily reunion we're having. We had happy birthday sung to Geezer this morning, and as a birthday gift to him, I won't do it again. Hey, Eddie. Hey, Dr. A and B. Mark. No, just just listen, just pay attention. Oh boy. Okay, doke. Hey, Bruce, how you doing? Fairfield. Fairfield. Well, that's something. Hi, Mark. Um, Bruce, what are you doing in Fairfield? I thought it was Bridgeport. Or is that part of Fairfield? Okay. All right. This is what I was. Hey, Pip Linda. Hello, Mark N. The Fairfield County. That's okay. If I live in Bloomfield, which is part of Hartford County. Hey, Rob. Okay. So let's talk about. Hey, Sean. Let's talk about dials. Okay. Now, the one we had, probably one of my missing ones, all of that stuff that I had. Uh, we had put one together. We had tried out some fonts from the 1927, I think, classic by was it who's the director? His last name is Lang, uh, France Lang, or forgot what his name was, but it was his last name was Lang. Famous movie called Metropolis. They had part of Metropolis was this big clock, and I hadn't seen the fonts on anything before. I thought, wow, that might be a cool one. So I got the fonts. We put it Fritz Lang. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Mark. So dials might be easier. Any response from Kadoki? Not yet. Hang on. That's because I haven't contacted them yet. What I've been doing, everybody, I've been contacting people one at a time. I heard back from Marco Lang. In fact, I heard back this morning. I had on the morning group right when we were closing up. I got the email from Marco, and Marco said he's not going to be. He doesn't have any movements, first of all, to sell us right now. And probably by late summer, he's going to be announcing his new timepieces, which is really neat. And these will be Marco Lang ones and not Lang and Hein. I think everyone knows the difference between Marco and Polo. So anyway, so that's something we're not, so we can set that aside. And he suggested that we go with the ones we had talked about. This is the 31.2 center seconds on the UWD. That was one of his designs that he did, but then, and I'm not even sure what UWD and Langenheim are going to do, and I don't think they are either. But it's a, and they're really charging a lot for those, but I like them a lot. So we can still talk about that. Hi, Travis and Paul. So anyway, so I was thinking about something very different, but fairly common for a dial, and I've always liked this one. Now, this one is part of it. It comes from an old pocket watch design, and I've seen them around in the hands. God, I think they're called cathedral hands, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be. And they sort of everything goes together, and it's a style that's half sporty and half dressy. And this one is on the RGM Corps of Engineers. Corps of Engineers is Corps of Engineers is probably more of like a field watch, maybe, but not. If it were done, I don't know. Just an idea, and because the one that we're talking about, I definitely want to have the enamel dial, and at least for myself, I can go ahead and do that thing with Metropolis, but I don't want to shove that down anybody's throat and say, oh, we got to do it this way. Cathedral, yeah, isn't that what I said, Bruce? Maybe I didn't. I don't know. So what are your thoughts on this? Hi, Randy Allen. Hi, Valerie. Okay. So let's get some opinions here. Hi, Clyde. How you doing? Exact same design as my Cenas Signal Core from 1917. Yes, it's a very old design, and this is called Corps of Engineers. So it's not a. So I mean, it's just these are possibilities that we can talk about. What are some other dials that you like? I by the way, too, somebody who probably knows a lot about design took a look at the one that we had with the Breguet hands and the Metropolis fonts, and said, and then looked at it in the context of the teardrop case, and said something to the effect that, well, that sort of mixes a lot of different styles together. And he's probably right. I'm not a designer, but I know about design, okay? And that's not a good thing, but I don't know. Just just trying to think this thing through. Okay, Travis, I like the cathedral style, but more unique appearance, the better. Okay, that's boy, I tell you, that other one was pretty unique. Let me see if I can print it out again real quickly. Bip, hang on a sec. I'll get my. I just put in the new paper that I risk life and limb to get out of a Walmart store. Let's see what I do with that guy. Where is that bad boy? Oh, wait, I know where it is. Man. Okie doke. Looking at the one that we had originally, I sort of like it now. I was thinking maybe not, but now I do. It's something that we'd have to think about. Let me see if I can get it here. It's funny. I find myself incredibly busy lately, and I'm supposed to be bored out of my gourd, but I haven't been so far. I've just been really busy and behind on just about everything. Hi, Truth Fears Guilty. I don't know where that's from. Okay. Do the numbers illuminate at night? No, but my nose does. No, these I think would illuminate, Mark. On the ones that we have on the original one, I don't think so. So it's sort of that kind of thing on there. Is that important to you, having them light up at night? How's the Resonance project? That's a good question. My Resonance project, I got everything I need for it, except I haven't taken the time to do much more with it because I haven't got the files that I have to file down the thingy with. So that's what I'm waiting for. Hang on a second. Nope. But that's it took how long? It took FP Joran 7 years. Okay, you had a radium loomed on yours. I don't think you can get those anymore. That'll be our Chernobyl watch. We'll have a radiate everybody's hand, and then we'll just have a plain glass on the numbers, and the radiation will. Where is that thing? Did that come out? Oh, there it is. Okay, here was the original one that we had talked about. Now this is a very almost Bauhaus in some respects. The Breguet hands aren't, and the numbers they are from Fritz Lang, who's German, and that's the Bauhaus is identified with theirs. And then this is another alternative, and there's no reason that these are the only two, but they, I was sort of like, they give it a different sense. This gives it a more, I don't know, it's combination, either field watch or Corps of Engineers. Okay, if you want to be a dress watch, no loom. If you want to be a field watch, loom. Okay, Valerie, that's certainly good advice. Okay, so this would be no loom, loom. All right. So again, I don't know. This is something that the guy who I hope is going to do our enamel for us is going to have that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Rob says that I miss Chernobyl. Okay. I don't know why a dress watch can't have loom. I don't know. I'll tell you what. We'll have it. Each one will come with a flashlight if they don't have loom. All right, and then everybody will be happy. And all you got to do is just turn on the old light. Whoops! Did my light? Is it out of whammy? Oh, there it is. See, you can just light up your thing like that. I don't know. Okay. Hey, Travis, let's see. I like the Metropolis disallowed, but it needs more number indices. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. If this were finished out with 1 through 12, what about this? This is another thing I was thinking of. Of course, we can't see it in a black and white printing. Wait until I get my color printer set up. But with this, what we could do, I was thinking of having this sort of a light cream colored dial in enamel, and then have a red 12, and all of the other numbers would be in black. What do you think of that? There you go, Mark. You use your cell phone light. Okay, I want to come with a goat. I want mine to come with a goat. Okay, well, I know that Oklahoma has no shortage of goats. So pick one. Metropolis dial, but add indices with everything but 12, 3, 6, and 9. Or put with that robot woman into where they go. Okay, let's see. Okay, keep the numbers uniform. Yes, sir. Some like the red 12. Yeah, that was where I got the idea, Rob, was from they have that red 12 on a Harboring 2. GMT Master, take a look at the Harboring 2, and they have one with a red 12. I think it's really cool. Have you decided if you want a date function? No date function. Look, this is something we got to put together, guys. So a date function would add another window. This is going to be a non-date. This is why I had both of these. This is non-date, and this is non-date. And both of them, and the ones that we prefer, that we had talked about, is the center second rather than the small second. What about some other? Okay, all right. Well, what are some other dial options that we have? Heat treated blue hands. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, John. Heat treated blue hands. Okay, we'll check it out. What we can do when I get my color printer set up, which has been sitting over there for a while, I'll get it set up, then we can look at it and see how it looks. I like the Corps of Engineers dial look. Yeah, I do too. I like them both. That's what, maybe what we can do is simply have options. Some people may like it with small seconds. Others may like the center seconds, because if we go with the UWD, we can get it in either one. How about blue 12 to match the hand if you go for blue hands? That's not a bad idea. That's another possibility. In fact, I sort of like that. The blued hands are funny because this has I can't see it. This, and I think most watches with blued hands do too. If I turn this in a certain way, it'll have blued hands, okay? But otherwise, they look black, even though they are blued hands. What about the Breguet hands? Do you think they go okay with the with our with this Metropolis style? Yes, no, maybe. The this and Brigade go together okay. You know what I was thinking, just as a possibility, because I like Brigade hands for several reasons, but one of the things is that the hands uh, that they used in Metropolis. Now, the interesting thing about the clock in Metropolis, it starts at 10 and goes around. It only has 10 indexes. Uh, we're going to use 12, so we're not copying Metropolis. Will the dial have a logo or just the name of the company plus modem model name? I don't know. I don't know about that. I have um, I don't know. You know, I really like the looks of those H Mosers that have the no information at all on them about the company or anything else. And I don't know. We've I don't know. What do you guys think? Oh, hey, you know, one thing I was thinking of putting in, there is a font, a definite font for Metropolis, and you could just have the have like right here it says Metropolis. That might be cool. Keep text to a minimum. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Fahrenheit 451. Maybe a Saji hands to Metropolis. Fahrenheit, I hate to admit it. Well, I don't hate. I admit ignorance all the time. But I'm not sure what Asaji hands look like. Asage hands. Um, where are they from? I've heard of them before, but I don't recall what they look like. Where's Travis? Serica Watches doesn't use a logo on the dial. They put their info on the back. Do that. Dominic logo. Um, Blue hands on a cream white dial is the way to go. Okay. All right. Blued hands on a cream white dial with the maybe a blue 12 and then the rest of them in black. Sausage hands. That may work. I call them paddle hands, but I know the kind you're talking about. My Harry Winston has the sausage hands. Bruce. Okay, let's see. Yeah, well, not only is there no room for negotiation, there's no goat. Okay, brushed or polished case makes a difference for the dial. I bet it does. I don't know. I sort of would think polished because of the sort of if we go with a Metropolis theme, that's very robotic, metally rather than brushed. But that's uh, would look like what would look like the Orient Bambino. Yeah, I know. Let's see. Size hands are spears. Ah, something. Let me see. Are these something like this? Something like that? It is. Or do they have those longer ones? Because the Asagi, the really the only where I know Asagi from was the stabbing spears that Shaka Zulu used in his army, which really revolutionized the kind of tribal warfare, the Zulus went from being almost a sport to being like serious, kill everybody. Asagi is spearheads. Like, yeah, okay. I like that. I like that. Do you think gold hands and numbers or indices are expensive? Probably. They're not. I don't know how if they're that expensive or not, but I think they may be expensive. Arrow point. Okay, yeah. There's a whole list of them that I've got somewhere, and but that's it. No text in a dial except for Metropolis at 6 o'clock. Okay. Have you checked out the Metropolis font? If you take a look at some of the movie posters for it, it's sort of a very, there was a sort of a German art movement in the 1920s. They had some incredible poster art. I love that period. Enamel dials would be too. No. We're going with enamel dials, Valerie. That's we got a guy. We have our guy for that. He's somebody who lives not too far from me, called B Dial or something like that. But his stuff is pretty good. Of course, the problem is that with the pandemic, I haven't been able to go talk to the guy about it. He's just down the road, and which was a surprise to me. Hey, Joe and Kathy, how you doing? I like Breguet hands with Breguet Arabic numbers. Okay, let's try that one too and see what that looks like. That might be interesting also. VS Dial, that's the one, Mark. Yeah, VS Dial. Check out VS Dial, and you'll see all of the different enamel stuff that he has. I did a video on enameling at one time, and on Watch Art Sci, and it's really interesting. And in fact, I got some blanks I was going to try out myself. There are different levels of enameling, and they have at the lowest level. It's sort of cool. You could sort of do that, and I'd set the house on fire. But okay, I think we should proudly list the movement on the dial at 6 o'clock location. Put the list of movement on the dial. That's not a bad idea. We had talked about that. We had talked about if we went with Vaussure, we'd have to buy 25 of them, but they'd put any name we'd want on the rotor. And I lobbied against that. I'd rather have a Vaussure logo on it. And if somebody had any question about the kind of movement, they could see it's the Vaussure. Now, the Vaussure, of course, has a rotor because it's an automatic. All of them are automatics, even the micro automatics. Has Romans been ruled out? Yeah. Since about the 1200s, the Romans have been ruled out. No, I mean, Roman numerals are fine. See, the thing about this is that what I'm thinking maybe we could do is we could get the cream dial. Everybody sort of likes that, a nice light creamy one, but have a really rich enamel, and then have different options for the characters on the dial. So if you wanted to, you could have one or the other. Forget the goat. Let me see. Trademark could be a goat's head. It look like a Ram truck or something. We don't need a goat's head. How about a cashmere sweater? Any of you wear cashmere a lot? I think Fed likes cashmere sweaters. We'll have a picture of Fed in a cashmere sweater. How's that sound? Okay. All right. Let's see. California Dow be unique and sexy. Yeah, I like California dials a lot. That's certainly an option. Um, I just happened to be working on a California dial on one of my watches. This is a California dial. Now, the California dial, the font on this particular one has that heavy kind of thing that we saw on the Corps of Engineers. Okay, Roman numerals. Oh, okay. If you like Roman numerals, I I have a couple Roman numeral ones, and I'm not a big Roman numeral fan, except I happen to like the watches that I have it on. In a not too long ago collection review, there was this Roger Dubuis. What was it called? I forgot the name of it, but it was a Roger Dubuis, and it looked like it had a lot of index lines, but they weren't. They were Roman numerals, and they were very cool. And on my 1972, there's Roman numerals, which also, I mean, it just wouldn't be a 1972 without the kind of Roman numerals it had, because it, it's part of the style. But Roman numerals in general, if you had one with a very formal one, um, yeah, that would work. Your wife tosses any of my clothes away that anyone over 50 would wear. Well, my wife took all of my bell bottom pants that I thought was for sure were coming back, and somebody at the Goodwill is trying to figure out what to do with them. Anyway, okay, let's see. It's time to get some good tailor. Oh my God, Rich Buddy, behave yourself. Okay. Um, Wait, why are you wearing a London sweatshirt with a beret? This is one of my son's schools. This is a London School of Economics. So I got a one. It's got a beaver on it. Okay, so not a goat, but a beaver and berets go together, as everybody knows. The Hermes Slim, the Hermes has a nice style. Riza, I love that dial. They have a they have their own. There's two kinds sets of fonts that are on the Hermes. One is a special font set that was made for Hermes, and the other one are so these italicized fonts. Love them all. It's a great idea. We had to put something together like that and see what it looks like. Um, oh, goat cheese. I like goat cheese. What watch you? Oh, this is like it's almost a this is a Langenheim. It's my Langenheim. And the reason this has almost a classroom clock dial on it. Okay, it's but not quite. The hands are have a certain way about them, and the whole watch itself is just a fabulous experience. And then when I take it off, the bling is on the back. Have a big diamond on top of the balance wheel. Wouldn't that be cool? Get some super glue and a bunch of little diamonds and put them on top of the balance staff. Okay. Yeah, well, I tell you, the corner's not big enough today, Eddie. Okay. Okay. About a Green Beret. I don't know. I grew up in the military. I don't want to have nothing against the military, but I don't want military berets, to tell you the truth. This is, somebody who's drinking wine beret. Okay, my favorite movie as a kid is Green Berets with John Wayne. I don't like the Three Lugs idea anymore. Thank God. Thank you, Mark. The Three Lugs are, it's a style, and it's not a bad style. But my God, trying to get those bands on and off is a major issue. So no, I don't have any military berets. Like I said, in a way, too, a military beret is an earned beret. I mean, the guys that go through to get the Green Berets, they really earn it. And some of the other, they have red ones and different colors and so forth. But I like this one. This is my Pierre beret. Duke's real name is Marianne. It's Marion, Marion. Okay. What's my favorite type of wine? I like a Pinot Noir, a nice red Pinot Noir. I like Burgundy. I like red wines. Those are my favorite wines. So red is airborne, right, Clive? Yeah. See, I would never jump out of an airplane. I've landed airplanes in a lot of interesting places, and but jumping out of an airplane, something else. Hey, NS something. Glad you made it. Did you commute from your office in the other room, or simply changing channels? Uh, Make a wine themed watch. With this group, they don't need a theme to drink wine. Okay. No wine here. Oh. Okay. Just all natural juices. All right. A black tile, white everything on top. No, I don't. I have a hard time reading black tiles. That's one of the other things too, is that if we can get I don't know what goes into making an enamel dial. If we have a single sort of theme that we all use, I got a feeling they're probably going to be, less expensive. But if we have a lot of different ones, um, some people who want a black dial, some different colors and so forth, that may be more. Hey, Crappy, how you doing? My beard's coming along nicely. Oh, that's good to hear. Do you ever decide on a crown with a horn lug? I still like the onion one on it. Let's see what's this one. Yeah, this one I think this has got an onion shaped crown on it. I like that. Now, if you can have, I guess, any kind of crown you want, really. Changing crowns is really simple, and you can order crowns by the bucketful if you want them. A bloomin' onion. There you go. Jorn style curled rope crown. Oh, those are cool, geezer. Yeah, I like those too. I wonder what those are called. Yeah, uh, it man, I don't have a picture of one. Those are really that's an idea. I don't know where you can get those. I think he has them special made. Do you pay deference to the beret? Should it be a garlic crown instead of an onion one? Sure, I'll go with that. A garlic. No, French onions. French onion soup, one of my favorite. Jarn crowns are nice, yeah. So you want a 20S pocket, 20S, would you fit Metropolis theme, but hard to make it look special difference without going over the top? uh, a Blake curl crown. I don't, you know, if you guys can figure out where to find one. See, there's I mean, I don't remember ever seeing them other than on. This one. This one has a. Oh, let me see. This at this one has a crown at 12 o'clock that I call a. There's a that one is from a squash dog. And then this one right here, I think, is a ropey one, the one at 4 o'clock. It it doesn't look too ropey there, so I don't know. I'm not sure about accessing those here. Yeah, we already looked at that, so I don't know. Anyone remember the guy on the CAD guy? We need him just about now, methinks. All right. If it is manual wind, we should make the crown super small with lots of sharp jaded edges. What are you talking about? No, we want a nice big fat winding crown. I think a nice fat um, onion crown would be the way to go. We don't want to tear your fingers up. Um, the one on my what was it? Raymond Weil. That thing has been wound smooth. Okay. Scrap the whole idea and copy that Titanic watch from Romain Jerome. Yeah, but look at Romain Jerome. He went the same way as his watch, Titanic. Does a larger crown put more tension on the movement when it's being wound? No, it just gives you a better grip, as far as I know. You've seen those big pilot watches? You know, take a look at that extra special Zenith pilot. Man, that thing's got a great big great big crown on the winder. The size of the crown is the size of the crown is how easy it is to wind it. The reason they're really big on pilots' watches is that back in the old days, in the white scarf, they had cold up there. They had to wear gloves, so they had to wind a watch with their gloves on. That's from the original the pilot watches. Now it's a little different. You have to. Here is where you could have a what do they call the something master with the where you have the dual times. That would be for Zulu time. Okay, the crown of Black Bay Tudor is very easy and nice. Okay, I'll take a look at that. It remind Rich of Lettuce. Romaine Rich of Lettuce. Oh, okay. Romaine lettuce. All right. Okay, guys. Let's see. Well, we went over today, but just sort of hanging out. So anyway, so think about dials, and I'll see if I can get my color printer working. We can try some different colors, and I'll try to put one together with the Metropolis, and I'll try putting in a little name for it and just see how it looks. And we'll use the same sort of same concept with the Breguet hands. I'll just add some stuff to it. Okay. All right. So buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Or I would kiss you, but I just washed my hair. Okay, guys, take care. Everybody be safe, and hope to see you tomorrow. And I'll see if I hope to get something back from I'll try to get an email off to Rolf Lang tonight, and then have a little better clarification on what his thing is. We'll see. Okay, GMT Master. That's it.